you were in on 2 assists. Can you talk about the one where you just kind of intercepted the San Antonio player?
Just kind of on the forecheck, we had, I think it was in the middle of a line change, that kind of came down their D there, and I don't know if he whiffed on it or thought I was on his team or something, but he kind of coughed it up right to me, and Foos did a good job coming down with speed and yelling at me, letting me know he was open. So just kind of dished it off to him, and it was a beautiful finish. So
yeah. And then can you talk about the other one you were in on?
Yeah, I mean the other one, Emil started it, by coming down with speed, got it in hard on the forecheck, and then I just kind of picked off a pass again in the middle of the ice there, gave it to Roback, and then he made a beautiful pass back door to Finley, and Finley finished that one off. So it's good. 2 good line goals for sure.
What's that like for you to watch that unfold, like be part of it, and then just see it go the way you go?
Yeah, obviously anytime you can help the team, get ahead of the other team like that, it's you're happy for yourself and for the team. So it was, it's definitely a good game.
That third period was a little tough, though. They kind of hemmed you in there, and they put a lot of shots on John. He kept you in it, and they get that power play goal, but then you guys get that emotional one at the end. I mean, kind of an up and down, roller coaster of emotions through the third. What was it like being on the bench for that one? Yeah,
it was a good lesson for us. Husk came at the end of the game and told us that, he noticed that we were playing, kind of not to lose the game instead of going out and finishing it off the right way. So it was a good lesson. Thank God for Johnny back there holding us in, and then Andy with a nice power play goal to get the lead back and eventually get the win.
When did Coach tell you that? During the third period?
Just after the game, he told us, obviously it was a good job clawing back. 3 to 4 points at home is always, a good thing, especially when you're playing a team that's, right behind you in the standings. And then, obviously we can't let up like that. We got to go and finish games like we played the first 2 periods.
How important is it for you guys to have come out on a game like this where you lose your leading scorer and then you lose your second leading scorer to Calgary call-ups, and now all of a sudden you guys, plenty of players get an opportunity. You look at Darren Nowick, who gets an opportunity there. How big is it for you guys to come into this game and get the win the way you guys had?
Yeah, it's great. Like you said, obviously we're missing some good players, but everyone here, is more than capable of fulfilling the spots. So, like you said, it's an exciting opportunity for a lot of guys that, maybe wouldn't get the first look where they're getting it now. So, it's great they're taking advantage of it. You look at a guy like Noe play on the first line now, and he got to go on assist in 2 games. So he's flying. He's playing with confidence. It's great to see.
Awesome.
Coach Ryan Huska, your team came back and won tonight. You didn't have to go into overtime. Can you talk a little bit about maybe how they turned it around a little in the third? Ryan said that you talked to them about playing to win instead of playing not to lose.
Yeah, I think the first 2 periods I liked our game. I thought we played real well, and we checked again like we did the night before. I thought we did a good job in a lot of areas. The third period, I thought we sat back, and at times, well, you can tell by the way the third period went, the ice was pretty tilted heavily in their favor. But at the end of the day, we talk a lot about bending, don't break. We found a way to win this game. That was important. So we got the power play goal we talked about before the game. And it's a big weekend for us, finding a way to get 3 of these 4 points.
And a lot of credit goes to John Gillies again with a lot of nice saves in the third period.
Third period, he was excellent. There was... when you're on your heels the way we were, you need your goaltender to be great. I thought that's the best John's looked for us here in a long time, and you need him. And tonight was a night where we got his best.
We've kind of talked about this being a great opportunity for a lot of other players, and you look initially at Darren Nowick getting involved immediately in the game. 2 games, 2 points for him. What's it like to see this team that without your top 2 leading scorers, but you're still finding ways to get into hockey games and ultimately win one tonight?
Yeah, well, as I said, I think for the last 2 games when we look at them, we did a lot of the hard things well. For probably 4.5 of the 6 periods. We ran into some trouble tonight in the third period, but if we check and work above people all the time and make teams have to play through us and be aggressive with our forecheck, we can create some opportunities. And I think our guys recognize that, and they'll take tomorrow to get re-energized and recharged and come back on Monday ready to work again.
What was the message during the timeout when you guys took that right before that 2-man advantage? I know Dom Pittis usually is the one who kind of draws up the plays. What was the mood like, and what was ultimately the message that you had?
Oh, the mood was fine. I mean, with the call-ups, we have some different guys in that situation that aren't necessarily used to what we're trying to do. So it was just a chance to get them all on the same page and allow them to catch their breath a little bit.
What about that goal, though, from Rasmus, right as the first one expires? I mean, it was one that it seemed like passing around. You couldn't get that great opportunity, and then all of a sudden it just kind of sat out there for one of your all-stars.
Yeah, and I thought it was nice to see him get rewarded. Rasmus played real hard for us, and you have a 5-on-3 late in the game, you need to score. And it looked like we were going to run ourselves into a little bit of a problem there, but we got a good bounce. It came out to Raz, and he did what he should do, shoot the puck, and it found a way into the back of the net.
Rasmus Andersson, can you talk about your game winner?
Well, yeah, we had a 5-on-3 out there, so it was kind of a weird 5-on-3, and then all of a sudden the puck just bounced right in my lane, and I kind of just teed it up and shot, and this time it went in, so it was kind of lucky. But yeah, it was great to get the win. It was a long time ago we won, so it feels great.
Were you feeling any frustration? I mean, you guys had kind of passed it around for about 40 seconds, just couldn't find...
No frustration. It's 5-on-3. It's a little tricky. It's they just try to shrink the ice as much as they can and protect the net. So we kind of just stuck with it and just waited for opportunity, and then it just popped up straight to me. So I was really happy when he got in, and it was kind of just a relief, I think, for me and for the whole team as well, to just get a win like that and win last 30 seconds. So it feels great right now.
Not just the win, but I know that the team has struggled to get an overtime. Was the message there that you guys wanted to do your best to try and solve it within the first 60 minutes?
I mean, yeah, for sure. We took them to overtime. We took them shootouts last night, and we lost in shootout. So for sure, it's kind of a relief that we didn't have to go to overtime or shootout to win the game. So it was 2 very nice points to have, and it's always nice to beat a team that's above us in the standings.
When the current makeup of your team is obviously a little bit different than a week ago, with a lot of changes and a lot of opportunity for a lot of players, and you're starting to see other players like Darren Nowick obviously inserting himself in the play. Is this one of those teams and groups that you have right now where it's just about hard work and a hero could be made any night?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as you said, we have a lot of guys that's in Calgary right now, and I think we have 5-6 of them. So other guys have to step up, and guys like Nowick and other guys, just Lomberg, for example. All of those guys has been really, really good right now. And Nowick, I think, played 2 games, 2 points. So for sure, he's coming up here and contributing, and it's always nice to see those guys get points and just playing really well. So it's a full team effort, and I'm really excited for the win.